Hello and welcome to another Minute with Matt. I'm Matt with New Life Church, and we're continuing our Bible study of the book of Matthew, chapter 8, starting with verse 28. You see, he had been on just before this verse started, Jesus had been on a boat and had rebuked and there had been a storm. He rebuked the winds, and they stopped. So, verse 28. When he had come to the other side, to the country of the Gergesenes, there met him 2 demon-possessed men, coming out of the tombs, exceedingly fierce, so that no one could pass that way. Okay, is that something you would want to see? It says they were demon-possessed. What they would seem like is totally insane. They're coming out. Ah! Ever seen someone who's nuts? It's not an easy thing to get through. It's a fearful thing. Verse 29. And suddenly they cried out, saying, "What have we to do with you, Jesus, you Son of God? Have you come here to torment us before the time?" They knew who he was, and those demons knew that their time was coming. Their time was coming. When they'd be in the lake of fire with it, and so that was prepared for the devil and his angels. They knew that was coming, but they also knew it wasn't yet. So they're saying, what are you doing? They're torturing us before it's time? They thought they had a certain amount of time. It wasn't time yet. The prophecies of the end time hadn't come to be yet. Hadn't come to pass. Okay, so then verse 30. Now a good way off from them there was a herd of many swine feeding. Okay, it's a lot of pigs. And by the way, Jews weren't supposed to have anything to do with pigs. They were deprived of pork chops. And most importantly, bacon. So the demons begged him, saying, "If you cast us out, permit us to go away into the herd of swine." And he said to them, "Go." So when they had come out, they went into the herd of swine, and suddenly the whole herd of swine ran violently down the steep place into the sea and perished in the water. So, 2 things. First of all, there were a lot more than 2 demons there. Secondly, we get to see what the devil's will for your life is, and for my life. Comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Got in those pigs and it's over for them. Then those who kept them fled. I don't blame them, really. If I was keeping that herd and that happened, I'd be scared. I can understand that. Running away. I can actually understand that. And they went into the city and told everything, including what had happened to the demon-possessed men. So, they're telling the whole story about what Jesus did. And behold, the whole city came out to meet Jesus. Isn't that good? They all came out to meet him, right? That's good. He's going to preach to them? That it? Unfortunately, no. And when they saw him, they begged him to depart from their region. He had upset the business, and they asked Jesus to leave. And when you ask Jesus to leave, he will. He doesn't force himself upon you, but But why would you? Could you imagine those people on Judgment Day? The Messiah was right there. He was ready to save all of them. If they'd have accepted him instead of rejected him, he could have saved them all. But instead, they told him to leave. Asked him to leave. They rejected him. You know, sometimes when we hear the Word of God, we don't like what it said for one reason or another, and we reject it. All I'm trying to tell you is, don't do that. You hear the Word of God. When you have an encounter with Jesus, accept Him, receive Him, make Him your Lord. Benefits out of this world. I hope this has been a blessing. Till next time, go with God.